Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, Marionville squirrels.
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
What's going on?
Oh, not a lot. How are you?
I'm alive. Yeah, they didn't see that coming.
I guess. There you go. Bang. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad for that. That's
I know.
Good news.
Yes. Good. Right. Speaking of good news. Yes. No. It's just been, man. So we train and hire people. We hire them for very specific time blocks. We just happen to work from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So when I need to train somebody who does 6 a.m. visits, it means I too need to do 6 a.m. visits.
That's true.
And see the flaw in my plan. You see where it went wrong.
I do see a slight flaw in your plan. Yeah.
And so we have to meet. Okay, the first day we meet 30 minutes before our first visit. But my first visit is at 5:30. Sorry, my first visit is at 6. So it means we have to show up at 5:30.
Yes.
But when I'm at Dad's house, I am 30 minutes away from the visit, which means I have to leave our house at 5.
Which means
I wake up at 4:51.
I was gonna say 4:50.
And throw on some clothes and race out the doors.
Yay. What a fun-filled, exciting.
So that was Monday. And then the second day we don't meet 30 minutes early because I have to do all yes, people. I do have to sit there and do the I-9 stuff. Which means filling out paperwork and getting all that stuff taken care of. Now, could I or should I probably at some point convert this into the day before they show up for their first day of visits, they come to the office and I sit down with them? Probably.
That would make more sense.
But for now, but for now, and I would be able to keep it to 30 minutes there as well, and just say, hey, record the 30 minutes, come by the office, I'll meet you there. We should probably just start doing that. It's just,
you have a whole office.
I have literally one whole office. I do.
Yeah. It's got 2 rooms even.
It has no furniture, but it has 2 rooms.
I mean, maybe you should get a chair.
If you're going to have at least a chair.
Whip out the card table and folding chairs.
Hey, welcome.
That's a good impression to make for them. Let me fill out your very official tax documents.
See, this is my concern.
Is this the chair you have?
This is yes. Please sit, and all will be well. Also, don't ask questions.
With the flickering overhead lamp.
Right. Yeah. And
it's like a Law and Order interrogation room.
Exactly. Yes.
Come sit down.
Sit down. Please sit. Be still and merry. Everything's fine. Are you shaking? That's weird.
Are you fidgeting? What's happening?
Huh. Hand me over your I need your social security card, please.
Yeah, and your ID. Right. Don't worry about it.
Never mind that I do all this stuff on my phone because that's what our software allows us to do. So it looks even more shady when I'm holding your social and I'm typing, texting on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we did. And it was fine, but it does mean that I was very tired. And for many days, I was like, I have to be in bed. I need to literally be asleep by 8 o'clock. I cannot stay up later than that.
Ew. I can't imagine.
And that. Because I have to be in bed by 8. Let's say bed by 8. And because then I would be awake. I'd sleep by 9. That was my goal. Is be truly asleep by 9, in bed by 8, asleep by 9. Oh my gosh, it was so hard.
I can't do that. There's no way. Even when I had to get up now, and I will first of all recognize that I'm a much older person now. Okay, I'm aware of this, so maybe it's different, right? Okay. But when I was regularly waking up at 4:30 in the morning to start shift at 5 o'clock. I was not going to bed till 11 o'clock midnight sometimes.
Well,
then, like, it's just a problem that I have had my entire existence. That's when I go to bed.
Well, and so this is what I was telling Megan. I said, oh my gosh, like, apparently my sleep schedule is such that I woke, like, I was actually actively trying to do the right thing. Now, it was also my sleep schedule was entirely off because normally it's like, yeah, I'm in bed by like 11 or 12 and I'm up at 6. Like, that's kind of my jam. But here I am going to like sleep at 9, waking up at 4:30, and oh my goodness, could barely function. Like, I was not okay. And my watch, like, I do sleep tracking and stuff, and my watch was like, man, you look at you getting all this hours of sleep and stuff. Good job. Meanwhile, I'm like,
it's just the wrong time, right? It's like a weird
wrong
deal.
time.
Yeah.
It's wrong time for my body, people. And I wasn't happy about it. So I had to suffer for 5 days. And it's, man, I tell you, like, training right off the bat, like, hoorah, let's go. 6 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
For like 3 hours.
What fun is that? Sounds so exciting.
Oh, my goodness. That was mercifully. So we did 3 intensive days of training and, like, fine, whatever, we're good. And then yesterday they were able to do visits up by themselves. I did my own sets of visits. And I was like, yes, this is as it should be. It's 5 a.m. I'm driving in. I am not speaking to a soul. I'm just focused on what I'm doing, listening to my podcast. Okay. All is well in the world with the world. And it also didn't help. I think, oh yeah, I told you about these visits. we were taking care of the bunny visits. So that went,
oh yes, right,
well into this
room.
week. And we did not plan this well. What I should have done was not take these on, but B, demanded more time to do these visits. And it's hard. We did the meet and greet, had a team member do the meet and greet, and they were like, yep, well, fine, we'll be able to do everything within 30 minutes. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, we'll be able to do everything in 30 minutes. And the first person who did the visits earlier in the week was like, dear God, like, there's no way
we cannot do
in 30 minutes.
In 30 is not possible. I need 45 at least.
So, yeah. So we had 2 visits a day, and I had split up stuff between each visit. But then I was like, oh no, this is really bad. Like, there's no way we can do this, because here's what didn't happen during the meet and greet. An actual walkthrough of the expected tasks. As in, I'm going to start outside the home. I'm going to walk to the front hose to then turn on to then water the 7 plants up front. Turn that off, set it down, walk around the back of the home, turn on the soaker to the back porch to turn. Like, that didn't happen. And then also, bunnies on upstairs, cats downstairs. And so, like, you're walking back and forth, you're going in and out. It was I'm like, and the other thing,
I have to, like, one visit for bunnies, one for cats, right? Like, just check on the other one. Okay, good. All right.
But now everybody got fed twice a day. And like,
my days.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was so much. It was an obscene amount of work.
I don't think cats need to be fed twice a day.
Well, these are older and they have some medical problems, and so
okay, that's fair. Maybe they have to take medication and stuff. But
yeah, that was the other thing. This was the pilling a cat thing, where I had to pill a cat twice a day.
I guess. I mean, I guess we fed our dog twice a day, but like his breakfast was like barely anything. It was just like
sure. Yeah. It also just it was the watering the plant stuff that really. Oh, and they were like, yeah, and if the fish pond is running low, just leave the hose running for like 15 minutes, then come and shut it off.
Like, excuse me? What?
You want me to? What? Why am I okay? And so then all of a sudden I'm going, well, actually, that's not going to work, because like at all. So we had to, because the other thing was like, that's a lot of time to then like stop what you're doing inside the house, go outside, walk all the way around the house. Like that eats up time. So what I determined to do was like every visit, we're adding water to the fish pond. Every visit, just add a little bit of water to the fish
like
pond.
A little bit more. Yeah.
To keep up with evaporation because it was hot this entire
That's
thing.
True.
Right. And so then you're having to like leave it run. Anyway, it was too much. And then we went to the visit that was like just watering plants. How was it? There's just plants in the house.
No pets.
No pets. They were traveling with their dog. But they have a cornucopia of plants. Their back patio is nothing but plants. And then they have the side plants and the yard plants and the front plants and the plants around the pond and all this stuff. And
but like, did they not see the name of the service? I don't think it says plant sitter. Right? I mean, I don't think it says that.
The word does still start with a P, so maybe that is right. So we did say yes to this. It was weird and it was kind of funny because I did some training with the staff about it and everyone was like freaking out and asking all these questions and they were worried about this or worried about that or worried about blah, blah. And I just started laughing on the training call and I was like, you guys have taken on like reactive pit bulls. You've dealt with giant tortoises. You took that in stride, like all sorts of things. But the plants.
There was a prairie dog at some point.
We had a prairie dog that would crawl into couches. Nobody batted an eye at that. But I tell you to go water a fern in a corner, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!"
I mean, people are extra sensitive about their plants, though. You know,
And so that's,
I mean, I know that sounds weird in context of a conversation about like a dog, but like they really are.
No, if people are
not
plant people,
right?
they're
normal plant people. Yeah, not like dad. Dad's like, oh, it died. Anyway,
here's okay. I think dad just likes buying plants. I am convinced that he just likes going to
the nursery.
To the nursery. No,
to the greenhouse.
To the greenhouse. Seriously, I think that's just what it is.
He doesn't like having them.
He just likes going. Honestly, if we're being totally honest, he gets to talk to people, and he gets to then be the kind of person who just has plants
that he forgets to watch.
Anyway, look. Shh. But yeah, this is my new theory is that he's not actually a plant person. He just likes. He's
an outside plant person.
Yes.
Right. But outside plants are like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right. And so like trying to bring that indoors is slightly difficult if you're an outdoor plant person who likes like landscaping and stuff. Cause then you're just like, Right. He doesn't need that much water because it's outside and it's getting water from the soil and all this blah, blah, blah.
Right.
When it's in a pot in the living room.
How hard could it be?
There's a different like amount of attention that needs to be paid. Right. I mean, I'm not trying to throw too much shade at my dad because do I have any plans that I personally take up? No, absolutely not. So like,
good
I had
reason
a cactus
for it.
once. That was it.
That's
about all I can handle. Like, dang, did it die? Yeah, but like,
but also,
it's fine.
Yeah, because people are crazy about their plants. They want them. Also, this home is in like it's behind. It's a gated community in
obviously
South Side, and so it's also just the looks, right? Because everybody else has really nice plants, and so you've got to have the nice plants and the nice entrance into the home and all this stuff and blah 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 blah. And I knew it was going to be a little bit chaotic when they were like, "Well, there's our upper garage and our lower garage," and I went, I'm sorry, what?
What in the world? What?
They have an upper garage and a lower garage, as everyone does. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my gosh, what in the heck?
Because you have two garages, one for the upstairs and one for the downstairs.
I cannot even deal with this. Like,
because they live on a corner, okay, and the east-west street. That's the upper garage. But then there's
it's like a hill.
It's on a massive hill, right? So then you go down on the north-south street, and there is the lower garage. Yeah,
this late stage capitalism is not. It's too much, bro.
This is going well according to plan. That's what you meant to say.
I mean, it's going according to plan, but that doesn't mean it's going well. That's
you put it like that. So, but today I went in for my last visit. The person did not answer me at the gate. It's fine. I rang 5 times. I left a message at the gate. They didn't let me in. Okay. Somebody let me in. Okay. I went in. And I open the house. I go inside. I'm downstairs, and I'm like, there's some talking going on upstairs. I should walk upstairs and announce myself and say hello. And I announce myself to something in the corner saying, enter code.
Uh-oh.
And I went, uh-oh. Because apparently what she was doing was when she would let us in at the gate, she would then disarm the alarm at her house. But she didn't let me in at the gate. And so she didn't disarm the house. And I'm standing there, and then it was like, alarm activated. It started going crazy. And I went, well, I mean, I'm kind of on the... I actually looked at my watch and went, I guess I should make the most of this. What do I need to get done around the house? And then the better came of me, and I went, okay, if the cops do show up, because a lot of times, okay, burglars of the world, just so that you are aware, the alarm is going off, but a lot of these people do not pay for the actual security system to be calling the police. You may be shocked by this. They just want the loud noise. They don't want police involved at all, because that costs money, and they don't want to pay for that. Time and time again, over the last 13 years, like houses the size of castles, and they're like, oh, no, it'll just buzz for a while. I'll see it on my phone. I'll turn it off. Okay, that's one way to do things. But I did have that thought of like, okay, if the cops do show up, would I want them to find me inside the house or outside the house watering plants? Outside watering plants. So that's where I went. So I'm out watering plants, and the alarm is just going crazy.
No, they need to find you like face down in the yard with your hands spread apart, contract on the phone open so they can look at it. Right.
It's actually what they need. Yeah. If we're being perfectly honest, that's exactly what they wanted.
That's what they wanted. That's what the police would want. You like, no, look, I'm supposed to be here. Please don't shoot me.
Please,
like, I don't
actually don't shoot me. So
I was hired for this. Come on.
I'm supposed to be here. So cut to the cops not showing up, but the client actually calling me and apologizing profusely and letting me know that the alarm was off so I could go inside now.
Like, I'm already in there, but okay.
It's like done and done, actually. Everything's like, it's fine. So that was my wake up at 6:30 this morning to get to do, which was fun.
Oh, very nice.
Real
very
fun.
Nice. This segues nicely into my rant that I have this week about
late stage capitalism.
Capitalism ruining things, right? I read an article this weekend.
No.
Right?
Back. Brandon's been reading.
I know. It's dangerous. Okay. It's bad. But like it just popped up in my feed, and it was one of those things like, I have to know what this is. I have to read this. Like, I just need to know what they're talking about. And it was like a travel thing, but it was like, if these are your vacation, like these vacations prove you're still lower class. And I was like, what? What? Are people's vacation dreams not good enough for you?
Oh my gosh.
And it was like, normally it was like Disneyland. It was like, first of all, who can afford Disneyland in 2025? Not lower class people.
Nobody can afford that.
Psycho. And I was going to pull it back up, but I can't find it in my history from this week. But like, it was like, It was like that. It was like, seeing Route 66. I was like, you mean a thing that international people from all over the world come to the United States to see? That thing? It's not good enough for you?
What kind of list was this?
It was weird. It was the dumbest list I've ever seen in my entire life. And it made me so angry. I don't even. This same website had another list. It was like, oh, if you're still, blah, blah, blah signs or destinations that prove Europe is like, maybe not the best travel destination anymore. It was like, so you're telling me if your dream is to visit a European country, that dream's not good enough. What? For you, random writer on this it was like a not random website I've never heard of before in my entire life. Like, why are you getting to judge? Right? Like, just because you went to Bali one time and you're like, oh my God, France is just so overrated these days, bro. Like, what? The gall is the most disgusting thing I've ever read. Like, it made me so angry. Just like, oh, if you've ever dreamed of going to like a random place that normal people want to go to, I'm going to tell you that destination is not good enough. Right. And it proves that you're not a upper class elite. If you want to visit Route 66 in Oklahoma, right? Like, what?
Wow.
Bro, what are you talking about? It made me so grumpy to like read this and just be like, what is this nonsense? These people are writing this article about the things that you want to do are actually not good enough for them. And it proves that you're just a lower class scum. You're scum class is what it is, right? You deserve to only be in the scum class part of the train, right? You don't get to have nice things if you want to go to. Oh, yeah, here it is, right? You'll know you're lower middle class when your dream vacation is one of these 10 places. Okay. Orlando, Florida. A Caribbean cruise. The Smoky Mountains. Myrtle Beach or other Outer Banks.
Etc.
Niagara Falls. A place where millions of tourists go every year. From all over the world. New Orleans. Right?
Another place.
Another place that millions of people go. Speaking of place that millions of people go every year, and I don't know how this is lower middle class, but Cancun or other all-inclusive resorts.
What?
Excuse me? Excuse me?
What
Route 66 or National Parks road trip?
No, National Parks road trip are legitimately wonderful. Stop it.
This sentence, I kid you not, says road trips are the working person's sabbatical.
What is this?
I'm so angry right now. New York City, the largest city in the United States and tourist destination for literal millions of international tourists, is not good enough for this person that wrote this article. Right? Okay. Is ridiculous. Is absolutely the most ridiculous, like, poo-pooing a classist nonsense I've ever heard in my entire life. Right? And
what is the point of an article like this?
I don't know. Maybe to rage bait me, I guess, right? Like, just to make me the angriest person ever. Like, I don't really fully understand why you would make a list like this.
Yes.
Like, right? Like, it's so dumb. Like, I don't understand.
The only thing that I think about this is that this is classism and meant to purely, like, this is a hit piece on the middle class to make them more discontent, to spend more money and go more in debt so that the economy will be better, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. They do have a sentence here that says, before we dive in, a gentle reframe. This isn't about class shaming, except for it absolutely is. You,
it 100%
filthy liar, right? Like, this is disgusting. Yes. This is.
It's not.
It's horrendous.
That's what it is.
This is the most horrendous thing of all time. I
can't
It's
even.
gross, is what it is. It's absolutely just the grossest thing of all time. And I hate this. I hate it so much. And, right?
Yeah,
your dreams are not good enough. Right? You have to aspire to, like, I don't really know what you have to aspire to. If like some of these like very costly things are like not good enough for you.
Yeah, no, you need to be renting your own villa in Bora Bora. That's actually what.
And flying like first class, right?
Flying
not
first
scum class, right? If you fly scum class, right? Yeah. Clearly, you don't deserve to go.
I'm surprised they didn't have like any I'm surprised in here they didn't have the phrase like. You know what? This is, oh my gosh, this is just a you might be a redneck shtick, because it's like, if you dream of getting upgraded to business class, you might be, you might be a middle class person, right? It's like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous, right? It's so dumb, and I just the way it's framed, like the phrases in here, it's gross. And I hate everything about this. And it's disgusting. And of course, I'm not going to say the author's name because I've been lambasting it quite badly. Although I kind of want to, right? The author's picture here, their little headshot picture is like I think it's ripped directly from Instagram. But you can very, very clearly see it's one of those pictures where like they're in focus, but the background is blurry.
The bokeh effect, yes.
But the people in the background are very clearly wearing tuxedos, right? So this is the author's picture is at a black tie formal event, and they're writing a piece about these are the 10 places that are lower middle class vacations, but it's not a class. It's not a, class shaming piece. You are gross and disgusting.
Yeah. No, I think what you're misunderstanding is this is exactly a class shaming piece.
Yeah, it is, right? Like this person like would never this is a person that never eats hot dogs, right? They don't know about like overdraft charges, right? They don't know.
No,
it's disgusting, right? And it's bleh. So it's reviling, and I just wanted to share that with you before I segue into a happier topic that I need your help with.
Oh, okay, yes. Let's move quickly away from this. Move happier topics. Yes.
Speaking of hot dogs, though.
Oh, okay.
Right. We went to a new eating establishment this last week. All right. So we went there. We took Susan's mom and her husband for dinner, right? To it's new-ish in that area, right? So we went to Marionville on purpose, right?
And you weren't looking for the squirrels, right? Are the squirrels in Marionville?
Yeah, they are. The white squirrels are definitely in Marionville. They had one on a picture inside the establishment, as is tradition with Marionville. There is a white squirrel in the building. Okay, so there you go. It's wearing a little Marionville sweater. Okay, that's very.
I will include an article from Roadside America describing what is going on here.
That's true. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so Marionville is a random town for all of our listeners who are confused. Marionville is a town in southern Missouri where there are just like straight up white squirrels that live here. And it's like a known thing far and wide that those squirrels in Marionville are white. And it's been that way forever. Because like Susan's mom has known about this since she was a kid, right? And so it's a very like long-lasting thing, right?
I do need to read this. It's a very short article. Thank you, Rose.
That's fine. Go for it. This is an appropriate segue, right? To help me remember that a road trip destination is too lower class for certain authors, and that I happen to think it's wonderful, and so they can bugger off. Anyway,
Marionville has had white squirrels since the 1800s, according to Doris Rapp, the town's former mayor. How the squirrels got there, she said, remains a mystery. Rival theories contend that either a breeding pair escaped from a traveling circus, or that a local scientist named Florinley genetically created them.
I press X to doubt that 1880 scientists created white squirrels.
But I will also let you know that there is bad blood between Marionville, Missouri and Olney, Illinois. Would you like to know why?
Because they claim to be the home of the white squirrel?
Well, yeah, but do you know how they got their white squirrels? Through unscrupulous means.
Did they steal a Marionville squirrel?
She said... An anonymous person said that back in the 1930s, a pair of scoundrels trapped a pair, kidnapped them, and sold them to the town of Olney, Illinois.
Who would dare? Squirrel napping?
Yes.
So was this Boris and Natasha? Is that what's happening? It's Boris.
So, to prevent any further squirrel napping, a word I didn't think I was going to read today, Marionville slaps a $500 fine on anyone caught trying to trap or sell a white squirrel. And Doris says, we tried to increase it to 1,000, but the state said it was unconstitutional.
The one thing Missouri finds unconstitutional. What the heck, bro? Squirrel napping is a crime, and I will not stand for it.
I needed to read that sentence.
That was good. Wow. There you go.
Okay.
Only Illinois, you're dead to me. I just want you to know that.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so we went to Marionville on purpose, right? To, for real. And there's a new restaurant there, and it is a like throwback dining experience. Okay. But now the problem is I don't know how to classify this restaurant, and I'm having trouble. Okay. So it's like an old timey, like burger and ice cream joint, right? They have like burgers and like hot dogs, like Frito pie, that kind of deal, So it's like very throwback, very old school. I haven't been to a place like this in ages, right? And I don't know. I guess it's a restaurant technically. I don't think diner is the right word, right? Because it's like you order at the counter and then you got to go sit down and they bring it to you, but it's not like fast food, right? Like, I don't know what to call this establishment. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because it has the order of a dine-in, but with fast food, but like being served,
but like very old school, right?
Yes.
Like counter order, go sit, and then they bring it out to you. But they have like it's like burgers, milkshakes, ice cream. They have the sign. You remember Skateport? Obviously, right? A staple of this show, Skateport. Right? I haven't brought it up in a long time, but you remember the food area, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how the old school, like the board that you stick the letters on?
Yeah.
They have that.
Oh.
Right? So like, it's just some like nostalgia bait for you. But like, that's the kind of place we're dealing with here.
Perfect.
So it's like I don't know, like burger shacky kind of situation right? So I don't really know what a good name for this is because definitely diner is not, because diner feels more like full service to me, right? Like waitress, menu, right? That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not fast food. It's like proto fast food almost. Like I don't really know.
Almost, yeah. Very interesting.
But yeah, so we went there, right? So it was we went there, and the reason that we went there, number one, throwback style diner. You know, her mom really was into that kind of thing, right? But also, they have like fresh made hand pies. That's like their thing.
Oh,
yo,
mm.
yo, these were delicious. Like the burger was fine, whatever. The pie, though.
Forget about the burger. Pie. What kind of pie was this?
So they're little hand pies, right? Freshly made in-house hand pie things, right? They're not the fried ones, so they're baked, right? They have, for your eating pleasure, things like strawberry, blackberry, lemon, strawberry rhubarb, what? Blueberry, cherry, apple, like whatever. Go for it.
Nice.
Will they put a big fat drop of soft serve ice cream on top of that sucker if you ask them to? Yeah.
They've been waiting for you to ask all day. It's what they
really
want.
have been.
Yes.
They're like, bro.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, we're here. We got you.
This is the real reason my wife wanted to go here.
Oh.
She heard the word hand pie. It was like, we're going to Marionville.
Hey.
Which, fair, because it was dang good. But
plus, kudos there. Good call. That's awesome.
So yeah, that was our big adventure of the week. Was restaurant scouting. I guess this little dinery.
I mean,
roadside. They have like outdoor seating too, but again, it has not been under 90 degrees until yesterday. So no outdoor seating when we went, but they also have inside seating too, right? So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a nice little, very chill, super friendly little spot that has delicious pie. So boom. That's the big adventure of the week. Pie hunting. So there you go.
Oh man. This is good. This is very good. I love finding places like that and that they're still around. And it makes me our town.
Well, it's called B&G's, by the way. Shout out B&G's in Marionville. It's recently opened. Like and I think it's recently reopened, like maybe the springtime, maybe. Right. It used to be like back in the day, like a ice cream spot, like I guess a long time ago, because they have like vintage pictures in there. Right.
That's very cool, nice. Yeah, I got it right here. Look at that.
I haven't been to a place like that in a long time. Right? It's like a long time.
It's those kind of things that make me really excited. Oh cool. And they got like outside seating and
they have a window for if you just want to sit outside. They have a walk-up window that you can just like order at, and they'll bring your food to you that way.
Yes.
Because while we were there, a lot of people just came to just get like ice cream and stuff.
Sure.
And they just came to the window and like whatever, you know.
Yeah. I mean it's kind of screaming like an old drive-in like diner. Like kind of Sonic-y is kind of what it looks like. But it's a walk-up order, you go sit down, bring it out. It's these kind of places. So our town is going through this thing where they, for some unknown reason, I'm just getting angry because every now and then, I don't know if you see this, you're not on Facebook, so you don't see this, but on the local Facebook groups, people will be like, what do you wish our town had? And everyone will say things like, oh, I wish we had a insert name of soul-destroying chain that I have in the town over. From
a late stage capitalist society that thinks that you're not good. Oh, sorry. We switched topics.
Yes, exactly. And it just sit there and you scroll and you scroll and you scroll, and nobody's saying like, oh, I would love to have more local stuff. Nobody says that. And so this is why our town is building its third McDonald's. And
what?
Yes, we have 3, and I'm surprised. I'm sure we're going to have 4.
Does your town have 3?
I don't. It's so sad. We're gonna have 3 McDonald's. And
what?
And it's also why they're going to rebuild. What are they rebuilding? It's they built their second Taco Bell. We're getting back. They're bringing back Long John's because it burned down, and they were like, oh no, we're never going to have that again. And then they were like, you know what? Never mind, we're bringing it back. That's what we're doing. You guys,
nobody even eats at Long John Silver's.
I don't even know why. Yeah, I guess they don't. They don't remember that. They don't remember that nobody came.
Nobody goes there.
Right.
Nobody.
And it's like, right, this is how the souls of towns get destroyed. Is that, but I totally understand from a consumer perspective. Oh man, you mean go to the weird diner place down the road? Like, I don't know, like what's their food going to be like? It's going to be weird. I'm not going to like it. But McDonald's always has good fries. So fries and cones are going to keep them
open.
First of all,
the sentence McDonald's always has good fries is categorically false, right? They're always relatively consistent, but they're pretty mediocre.
Oh, yes.
And like, right. Unlike the French fries at B&G's, straight fire, if I may borrow a term from the youth, right? They're very delicious. You can get crinkle cut or waffle.
See?
What? Bang.
It makes me so incredibly angry because I'm like, that's a richness that brings towns and people together, right? That's what it is. And that gives you stuff that's different and unique and stops the monoculture of late stage capitalism taking over everything. Where towns stop having individuality and they're just all the same and they just become suburbs of each other, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the part where, and I didn't really think about this until I didn't really think about this until like driving around with our kids, and then our kids would start to say things like, oh, the town has this and this and this, and then we drive the next town over and they'd say, oh look, they have a Menards too, and they have a this too, and they have a this, and you really start to look around and go, right, like there's no difference,
like individuality, right?
Yeah. And it's so sad. It's really sad.
It's true. We got on that note, we actually got Susan's mom to eat from the taco truck tonight. It was,
what?
I'd say, a large win, right? A big win. That's what. Right? Like,
what did you have?
Quesadilla, right?
Nice.
Classic thing.
Okay.
But like, it's a known thing, but she got it from a new place, so that was good news for all of us involved. Because
nice. So now you can all go to one place as opposed to like 2 different places.
Put that on the list, right?
Yes.
But yeah, it's annoying, right? If that's your only option, because like we don't even like eat out really anymore, because it's just like, oh, if you want to go out, I mean, except for like we try to go to like the taco truck or like something like that, because everything else is just like the same, and you're just like, oh, I don't want the same thing again, right? It's just not.
Yeah, like when we
we
travel down to Dad's and we're like, hey, what do we want for dinner if we're not going to eat out? So if we're not going to eat in, the kids will be like, oh man, let's go get Panera, right? And I'm like no, no. I find myself saying this a lot. We have that at home.
That's true.
I'm not doing that.
You got to indoctrinate them. You got to get them. Like, we don't have at home McSalties. We're going right now.
McSalties. Exactly. We don't have McSalties. We're doing McSalties or Eris's. Like, we don't have an Eris's. We don't have these things.
True.
We're going to do those things here. Okay. Right. Like, so trying to get in that, like, no, I know it feels safe because we know it, but that's not, there are things we can only get here, and that's okay. That's good to have that kind of thing of like, if that town is known for their whatever, like my local town really wants to be known for the Goober Burger, like just stop, let it die. Stop. Nobody wants peanut butter on their hamburger. Nobody wants this. But man,
I think people do want that.
I don't think they do. Why isn't it more
Did you eat
popular
it?
then?
Did you eat it?
I have not.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is we need over the reports of Collin's official Goober Burger experience
review.
Right? Yeah.
I can tell you,
and then we can definitively say yay or nay.
Okay,
right,
fine.
You can't sit here and be like, champion of individuality, and then like the most unique thing ever be like, kill it with fire, get it out.
Gross. I would say if more people wanted it, it would be in more than a restaurant. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. More than one
McDonald's.
place.
I just wanted you to say that. I just wanted to say your town is building a third McDonald's. They don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. They're bringing back Long John Silver for some reason. Even though nobody wants it.
Look, if you wanted the Long Johns in my town, stop it. I just need you to stop it. Right?
That's right. I'm not saying that the internet rumors are true, that it's actually just like a money laundering thing, but it might just be a money laundering.
I guarantee you it is. I don't anyway. Oh man. You know what's not money laundering?
The sea shanty of the week?
The sea shanty of the week.
Oh yeah.
It's guaranteed to be
guaranteed
real.
Official.
Right? Yes.
Right. So I have for you this week a Swedish sea shanty.
Oh.
Right. So this is from Sweden. I had to pick this one for reasons that will become clear very soon. Now this particular one is it's called a four-biter sea shanty, right? Now apparently four-biter, like four, like FORE, like before. It means like it's like a sea song. It's like a leisure time when you're done with your work, right? Maybe it's because you sit at the forecastle and say, I don't really know. But that is the like category. So it's not like a work song. It's like a for fun song, right? But this one, right? Again, it's kind of difficult to research songs in Swedish, right? Yeah. I don't know how old this song is. All I could find is that it appeared in a songbook in 1942. So like, is it an ancient traditional Scandinavian sea song? No, but right, it is fantastic because it's called this Susannavisan, right? It is basically sung to the tune of Old Susanna, right? But it's about sailing.
Oh my gosh.
And it's epic.
This is fantastic.
It's great, right? The translation is like, I'm sad to be leaving you, and yada yada, like I'm going to be going away to my treasure, but I'm going to be thinking about you, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's like you've left somebody on the shore, right? There we go. So, but it is to the tune of old Susanna.
Old Susanna.
Right? Yeah, because I was listening to this and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I was a little suspicious when I saw the title.
Because you wouldn't think.
And I was like,
right.
Yeah. Because you're kind of like, okay, hold on. And so you listen and you're like, okay. And then he starts singing the chorus. You're like, all right, bro, wait a minute.
It's time.
Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
But yes. So this is
fantastic.
It's great. So this is the Swedish sea shanty of the week. Here we go. Boom.
Okay.
Expanding the bounds. Bang. There we go.
Exploring the corners of this.
Yes. Right. Getting all the corners of the compass in on the sea shanty action.
Aha.
Right. Now, back to speaking of Long John Silver's, which is what I really wanted to say, but I had to get that sea shanty in
sorry.
there. Right. It's okay. Right. We have quite possibly the most contrived and random circumstances and set of events that I've read in a long time in a book.
Right?
Because Jim is just like, what are you doing? Why was this the plan? In these 3 chapters, I just kept going, seriously, bro? What?
The only thing that I can think of was this is like the rashness of a young boy. And
right. He mentions that at some point, like right before he leaves, right? He's just like hanging out. So they're just hanging out in the hut, and people are wounded, right? Captain Smollett, we're getting the account of Smollett's wounds here, right? Mm-hmm. No organ was fatally injured, but his shoulder blade was broken, and he had his calf was shot through, right? So he can't really like move around a whole bunch, you know.
And they're telling him to like basically don't talk. Right, that's another thing. Like,
there's also, like sit still, and you know what? From what we know about the captain, yeah, right. So, so basically, the doctor, once he's doctored everybody, right? We have the dead person. We get them moved out of the way. Where we've doctored the captain. The doctor grabs the gun and he goes out. He leaves.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
He just goes. Right. And, you know, he just doesn't bother to tell the other people where he's going. I mean, he probably told like the squire and whatever, but like he doesn't tell who's Gary, right? Or Gray or whatever. Or Jim where he's going. So they surmise that he's going to meet with Ben Gunn. Mm-hmm. Right. And we get a little anecdote here from Jim. He says, I was right, as appeared later. But in the meantime, the house being stifling hot and the little patch of sand inside the palisade ablaze in the midday sun, I began to get another thought into my head, which was not by any means so right. So he acknowledges that this is kind of nuts, right? A little bit. But he's just like he just kind of gets a little stir crazy, and he's like, I began to envy the doctor, walking in the cool shadow of the woods with the birds around him and the pleasant smell of the pines, while I sat grilling with my clothes stuck to hot resin and so much blood about me and so many poor dead bodies lying all around that I took disgust of the place and was almost as strong as fear. So he just like gets jealous that the doctor is getting to go out and walk around and he's got to be stuck here. And he's like, well, I'm going to leave too.
That was weird.
That was kind of weird, right? Like,
yes.
And he just decided to take off, and you know he did have the forethought. He thought about, you know, he watched them. They're all starting to be busy, and he just like stuck some biscuits in his pocket.
Sure did.
And then he did also have the forethought to apparently grab a brace of pistols. Just, you know, that's what you do. Just snag him there. And he just like leaves. He just like runs off. Because he wants to go out and do stuff.
Indeed,
right?
He does. But not just any, like, does he start off just wanting to go wander, or does...
Yeah, this is the part that's kind of not clear, right? It's a little bit weird. He does feel kind of bad because he was like, oh, I left only 2 people to guard the house, but And this is the part that's weird, right? This sentence here, this little sentence is strange to me, right? We get this like weird, like, because he's telling us this story later about what happened in the past. It's a bit weird. So I'm assuming, right? He says this was my second folly, right? Because he's talking about leaving. As things fell out, I found a opportunity, and the squire and Gray were cleaning, and he bolted for it. And before my absence was observed, I was out of the cry of my companions. He said, this was my second folly, far worse than the first. And as I left, but 2 sound men to guard the house. But like the first, it was a help towards saving us all. So I'm assuming his first folly was like running to the island to begin with, right?
Yeah, jumping on the boat. No, it was the boat. Wait, that wasn't it when he got on the boat? Yeah.
Yeah. When he got on, when he jumped in the lifeboat, in the longboats and came to the island the first time. Right?
Yes.
So I'm assuming that was his first folly, and this is his second. But we can get a small bit of foreshadowing. It was a help towards saving us all. So he didn't know it at the time, but it turns out this impetuous, insane plan was fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So, like, he's running to the beach, and he, like, gets it in his head, like, oh, hey, Ben told me his boat was over here somewhere.
Right.
I'm going to go steal it. What?
Doesn't make sense.
What? Right.
Not at all.
And he sees the Hispaniola out at the anchorage, right? Mm-hmm. He sees his little boat here, and he's like, yo, I could go out there, right? And so he says, right, I had in the meantime, I had taken another notion and become so obstinately fond of it that I would have carried it out, I believe, in the teeth of Captain Smollett himself. This was to slip out under the cover of night, cut the Hispaniola adrift, and let her go to shore where she fancied.
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Where did this idea come from? I'm going to paddle out to this boat and cut the anchor. That'll show the pirates who's the boss. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, because the whole point I was thinking of going, well, right. But then, like, won't you not have a boat? Like,
yeah.
Isn't that
right? Like, I mean, the pirates can't leave you there, but also you can't leave.
Yeah, because that's what he was worried about. He was worried about them leaving.
Yeah.
Without them.
I'll stop them from leaving, losers. And then he's like, wait a minute. Yeah. Then I'm going, bro, if your boat wrecks, how are you going to go anywhere? You're just going to hang out with Ben. I'll be crazy on an island.
Right?
Eat goat and whatever. Like, I don't know.
And who knows?
Is the wackiest just like, yes, I know what I'll do. I'll run my ship aground. That'll show the.
That'll prove it.
Show those pirates who's boss, losers. Like,
yeah. Wait a minute.
So he does. He sits down. He eats his biscuits.
Got a full thing of biscuits.
Boom. Right.
Had to do that.
And he sets out for the thing. Right. So he's going to enact his plan. It's going to be great. He's going to cut the anchor somehow. And,
but then he gets over there and he's like, now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is under a lot of tension. So
we'll get to that in a minute.
Sorry.
This is a plan. Right. Yeah. That's a plan. So that's where we leave this chapter. Now, the next chapter is where he discovers that this boat is not quite as shipshape as he might have suspected, right? So he discovers Ben's boat is a coracle, right? And so if listeners or readers are not familiar with a coracle, it's like round, right?
Yeah.
It's like a basket that has skin stretched over the bottom to make it watertight, but it's like a circle. Right. This is what Schmeagol and Deagle were fishing in the Lord of the Rings, right? In Return of the King. Look at the flashback, right? There you go. Some connectivity here. What?
Mm-hmm.
That's what a coracle is. And he mentions that he's trying to paddle a boat that is a circle with a paddle that is basically a kayak paddle,
right?
Because he mentions it has double bladed ends, right? So as you can imagine,
when you try and do one thing,
his boat does not want to go where he wants it to go.
Yeah.
It is a much more treacherous endeavor than he really planned for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's plus it was made by Ben, right? Homemade coracle. So it is a boat. It is wood framed, stretched over with goat skin to seal it, right? And no mention of the adhesive that was used here, but probably sap of some sort.
Yeah.
But anyway, goat skins abound.
And this is also the the note where it says later Ben told me that it was not a good boat and it would is that what it says? Oh yeah,
yeah.
Later she admitted that she was queer to handle till you knew her way, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's kind of messed up actually. Boom. So that is the thing about a coracle, right? They're quite, as far as making a boat, right? It's pretty quick and dirty, right? It's a boat that you can make, right?
Yeah.
Actually, in the book I was reading about shipwrecks, right? About being shipwrecked in the Southern Ocean, they built one out of scrap wood and sealskin, right? To try to go from one island to the other. Anyway, so it's a boat that is makeable. A lot of people used to make them, and in the Hobbit, right? You used to make them and you go fishing, right? It's a very thing, right? But again, not really. It's kind of just a thing that you it's like trying to paddle an inner tube, right? That's not gonna work,
right.
So it's small, it's unbalanced, and it's a circle. So trying to paddle it makes it go all kinds of crazy. So he's at ebb tide, so it's going all crazy. He is, not really making it's not fun for him to get out there, right? No. He's not.
No, and he keeps basically just going in just slow loping circles on his way out there.
Yeah, right. And I was thinking about wave forms, right? Whenever ocean waves, because he was expecting the waves are going out, so I'm gonna be able to be pulled on the waves, right?
Yes.
But in the ocean, right, those waves that are happening, right, they're only on the surface.
Sure.
So what's going on is if an object is floating in the water, when the waves go by it, it's just going to raise and lower the object. They're not, the depth of the water is not moving. So it's very difficult for the waves to carry objects like that.
Yeah.
Right. If there's no current happening under the water. And at this time, there isn't really that current happening under the water. And so it's not carrying his boat the way that he thought it would. So he's this will carry me. And it's oh, wait. Except for that it won't, right? So it's just a surface wave, and it's not a bigger transverse wave function that's going to pull him and carry him somewhere. It's just it's just going to bob him up and down on the ocean. So he's confused and fighting against it and grumpy, and it's not really working, and it's just
yeah. And he's just he's just making a hash out of it going that way.
Yeah. So he eventually does come up and basically just bump into the boat, right? Just kind of like because of where he launched, it just kind of eventually bumped into the side. And yeah, now is where he's like, yeah, now I can cut it. And then, like he said, like you said, he's like, oh, wait, this is a really, really tight rope and I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because if I do, it's going to smash into my boat and I'm going to drown.
Get slapped into next Tuesday. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't.
So then he's like, oh, yeah. Then I paused. And I'm just sitting here going, I guess in my head, I thought the act of cutting a cable for the anchor would be like an immense, like it'd be a big deal, right? Like, but he makes it to sound like, oh no, this is just done all the time, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
But I think this is also because, I'm not a shipwright or anything, but like the rope it's clearly not a cable or a chain, right? It's a rope anchor, but this is not going to, this anchor is going to be very big for a schooner, right? And so this rope is then going to in turn be quite large, and he just like hacks through it in no time with his little dinky
pocket knife, because he opens it with his mouth, doesn't he?
Right?
Like, yeah.
It's basically a pocket knife, like a jackknife, just like opens. You're like, this is a big rope, right? I'm imagining it's quite large.
Quite.
It's probably going to be about the size of your wrist. Maybe a little smaller, but he just chopping through it, no big deal.
No big. We're all good here. Yeah. I don't understand. This was like, I'm so confused.
A little contrived. But anyway, he cuts through part of it and then he's like, maybe I should not do that. So he's going to like wait until the wind moves and it like pivots the boat around on the anchor. And when it's slacker, then he's going to cut it, and do that. That's what his plan is going to be, But in the meantime, he heard some noises. Right. And so he like somehow this is where I also am confused about how large this boat is, because like there's like a rope just conveniently dangling near the back, and he kind of like,
and the wind, and he can get into the window easily, right? Or did he have to kind of climb up on?
Well, I think he was kind of like on the sill on the outside, if there is a sill on the outside. But yeah, he just kind of like climbed up this and like hopped up there with no problem and was like looking through the window and was looking at the people fighting.
Yeah.
Right. So, a schooner's not a big ship.
Sure.
But like, I'm trying to look up some like sizes here that I would be familiar with, because like, it's a smaller ship rather. And so it's not like, it's not like a big like gunship where the cabin's going to be like many, many feet above the water. But like, it's still like, it seems weird that he's like, oh, hey, look, a rope. Oh, hey, I'm going to climb up here and I'm going to look through the window.
I think he even said like he wasn't sure why, but curiosity.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he wanted to he heard like sounds of fighting. Like it sounded like angry. Right. Yeah. And so he's like, oh, he recognized Israel hands. Right. And then the other one was red hat guy that way from the attack on the fortification. Right. So their Israel hands and red hat guy are fighting. And so he wanted to know what was going on. And so he's like creeps up there and sees them like doing stuff, trying to stab each other randomly. And then like something happens and they just like stop and go somewhere. Like this whole part's like, what? What's happening?
Yeah, I didn't understand what's going on.
And then he's like goes back down. And he's like, okay, well, whatever. And then he recommences to cutting the anchor once the ship is moved, right? But it was still a little bit too not a good plan because he does it and then it like swings around and smacks into him and like bumps him way off, and so he's just like, he's in the boat in his little coracle thing, and like he's been kind of whacked out of there, and he just like, he just like lays down and goes to bed. Like, what?
Yeah, this was, I don't understand because like,
oh my guy
forced her, like, this is what I don't know how this all like went wrong, because the schooner slipped around and was gliding through the water. Like the schooner was moving herself. Yes. And I guess he was kind of along for the ride with this as the schooner was like turning or something. And then what does he say? Yeah, then the turn. Oh, yeah, he said, I glanced over my shoulder and my heart jumped against my ribs. There, right behind me, was the glow of the campfire. The current had turned at right angles, sweeping around along with its tall schooner and the little dancing coracle, ever quickening, ever bubbling higher, ever muttering louder. It went spinning through the narrows for the open sea. So he got caught in the current of here. Now with the ship swinging freely, he got swept out along with this. And he just, like you said, went to bed.
Yeah, I lay down flat in the bottom of that wretched skiff and devoutly recommended my spirit to its maker. And at the end of the straits, I made sure we must fall into some bar or raging breakers where all of my troubles would end speedily, and thought I could perhaps bear to die. I could not bear to look upon my fate as it approached. Yeah. Right. So he's like, well, I'm just going to hunker down. I don't want to see death coming, but I may not make it. I'm gonna be cast into the rocks or something, right? So I must have lain for hours, continually beaten to and fro upon the billows, and now again wetted with the flying spray, and never ceasing to expect death at the next plunge. Gradually, weariness grew upon me, a numbness and occasional stupor fell upon my mind, even in the midst of my terror, until sleep at last supervened. In my sea tossed coracle I lay and dreamed of home and the old Admiral Bimbo. Like,
okay,
bro, what?
We got real like, I don't know, like he got real overwhelmed with this.
Yeah, the biscuits weren't enough food for him. He's like, oh, I gotta go. I'm gonna be dashed upon the rocks of despair. I might as well just lay down, take a nap. Like,
yep,
Jim,
be done,
my man. And this next pad chapter is even wackier.
Yeah.
We just keep going.
Yeah. So basically in this chapter, if I could summarize, boy paddles in ocean, catches ship.
More. Right? He's just like, he wakes up and he's just like cruising around. He's like, where am I? He looks around, sees some sea lions. He's like, that's weird. Right? He's like in a slightly different part of the island. He's like, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what's going on. He kind of is like, he's like looking around and kind of like figuring out where he is. Right. And he's just like, well, I could try to paddle to the shore, but wait.
What's that ahead of me?
Yeah. There's he sees the boat, right? The ship. And he's like, hey, there doesn't appear to be anybody on the ship.
That's weird, right?
Right in front of me, not half a mile away, I beheld the Hispaniola under sail. I made sure, of course, I should be taken, but I was so distressed for want of water that I scarce knew whether to be glad or sorry at the thought, right? And so basically, he's like, he sees the ship, but he notices that like it's very stop-starty, right? Yeah. It doesn't appear to be under power.
Control.
Like nobody is controlling the ship.
Yeah.
Right. And so he looks at the ship. He's like, huh. He thinks, oh, maybe they're still drunk, but he's watching it like go, and then it'll stop as the wind changes. Like it'll just stop moving. And then all of a sudden it'll go like it, pretty quickly, and then it'll stop again as the wind is kind of swirling and changing. And so he surmises that there must not be anybody aboard, right? Maybe the pirates woke up and,
freaked out, jumped overboard.
Freaked out because it was moving. They didn't know what to do, so they jumped over and swam to shore. That's what he's guessing.
Yep.
Hoping, rather.
Or so he also has some weird thing where he's like, or maybe they're drunk below, and I will just
lock the door.
Lock the door.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have a ship.
Yeah. Even though, does Jim know how to pilot a ship?
Well, that's the other thing.
He does not
have confidence. He's just like, oh yeah, maybe I'll bring the captain his ship back. And I'm going, I'm sorry.
Yeah. How are you gonna?
One of you.
Yeah.
And you what?
The other driving force of here is he's thinking about the water barrels on the ship, and he's just like, well, I'm super mega dehydrated and dying of thirst, even though I've only been out in the ocean for like 8 hours, but I need some water, and the ship has water, so maybe if I go on the ship I can have some water. That's the other thing in his plan.
Yes.
Right. And so basically he just kind of like gets in front of the boat.
This is his. Well, I don't. Wait, does he mean no? Because the problem
was that mean to.
The boat would stop, and he could get close, and then she'd lurch in a weird direction. And so she was stopped.
He's trying to get close, and he gets in front, and he just like, again, this is what making me think, schooner's not just like a super large ship. It can't be, because he like just stands up and jumps and grabs a hold of the bowsprit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
And he, as soon as he does that, the coracle gets run over by the boat, right? The ship. And so he is now on the boat. He's I'm the captain now, right? That's what I'm saying.
He has his wish.
Is my name.
Yes. I guess.
Yeah.
We'll do.
So we'll see. This was these 3 chapters really, like, for what we know about Jim, right? These really kind of come out of nowhere of him just being like, yeah. Like, he's a little impulsive, I guess, because he also had that other like really weird thing where he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to shore with the pirates. That'll be great. And he's like, jumps in the lifeboats. Yeah. Jumps in the lifeboats and goes off. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But this is like a whole new level of insanity where he's like, yeah, I'm gonna cut the ship's anchor. Like, excuse me, what?
And where will you go? And then
where did this plan come from? Like, from what knowledge of boats and pirates do you think, yes, this is the plan?
This is what I need. Yeah. And now for him to be like, and now I shall captain a ship by myself.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The thing that Captain Smollett was very clear to point out to the pirates that they were unable to do, all of them together.
All of them.
James would be like, yeah, I'm going to do it though.
Yeah, I'll bring it. So, bold move. Bold move, Cotton. We'll see if that pays off.
Yeah. So we'll see where this goes. My summary for these 3 chapters is impetuous. Right? I think that's the impetuous nature of Jim Hawkins. That's what I
absolutely agree. I haven't the foggiest idea.
I have no idea where he's going with his plan. And I don't know. Like, this is just wacky. I don't know. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see what happens next time. Tune in next time for, does Jim's plan play out, or, is it keelhauled? We don't know. We'll find out.
Probably the latter.
Keelhauled the coracle, unfortunately, is the problem. So his escape route's gone. We know that.
Done. Yeah.
If you swim, but like, we really have no indication that Jim can swim. Like
I have no idea. Yeah.
Another strange plan another thing to not know about him. He's doing all this ocean going.
Guess we'll
find out, maybe. We don't know.
Figure it out this time.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, I am, yet again, I have no idea what's going to happen, and I still really want to know when the cheese is going to come into play, because
I know.
I
bought some Parmesan cheese this week, just so you know. I just
what's your snuff box or whatever it is?
I don't own a snuff box, unsurprisingly, but it's in the refrigerator. But I do have some Parmesan cheese ready, right? So ready, I just
in case you made Ben, right?
Yeah, in case I need some emergency cheese, I'm ready to go.
You have it.
Already ready.
Love it. Perfect. Okay. Well, figure out what happens next time. But before we get that, haiku.
Hooray!
Okay. Sorry, I need water. Okay.
You and Jim both, right?
Oh, where's the water? I could go I'm so thirsty. I could chase a schooner.
That's the newest Oh Brother t-shirt right there. That's what's going to be.
I know. Oh,
I'm so thirsty. I can chase a schooner. I love that. That's beautiful.
I'm just going to start saying that now. And everyone's going to be so concerned. Okay. Okay. Firm grip, jaws open. Cat's fury meets tiny pill. Victory for now.
Yes!
I had to pill a cat 7 times.
Oh no!
So many. It's too many.
You still have all your fingers? How many band-aids are on your hands right now? That's what we're gonna know.
1, 2. We're good. Yeah. So every single time, there was that feeling of just, and then you get it done, and you're fine. You move on. But so. No cat pilling in my future for right now, so we'll do that, and we'll
enjoy.
Yeah, I know. Breathe, and we'll catch back up with the old Jim coming up.
All right.
Okay. Very good. Well, we'll do this again soon.
All right.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.